hoes hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready to told ya that you better be running?
Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Bills Stadium here at Orchard Park. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now on first down. And incomplete to open things up. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down. Little glimpse of his athleticism there. What they're going to have to deal with, he can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, here's Henry, and he'll be this time at the 5-yard line.
Derrick Henry on
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But you look it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, then they put that ball in the end zone real soon.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
56, check 56.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Complete to Juju
From 4 yards
Smith-Schuster.
out. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson on first down, sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. Big play here for the Bills. 64 yards. They'll run here with Raymond Calais. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
At the 12-yard line.
They'll run. Calais. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right.
No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there. And now it's 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially open the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if you guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Derrick Henry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Very little there. He might have got a yard. I think he got a yard to the 41.
And it's third down.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Chiefs 7, Bills 3.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The Bills
and that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Slam. Under 10. Under 10. 10. 9 up.
From the 25 on second down, Watson. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 23 yards the pickup there.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. DK Metcalf, 52 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Bills 10, Chiefs 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Check it back. 31's the mark.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Not only they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Out of bounds at the
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
He's tackled at
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance, but in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't it?
They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Chiefs 14, Bills 10. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Set. 19. 2 points down, he's coming. Watch the edge. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
First down, Kansas City.
Yellow. 180. Watch the pass. Here we go.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes flushed out right. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
To Jesse James.
There to make the grab. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Hey, 31. Hey, 24. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson escaping the pressure right. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Another timeout.
Out of the gun, Watson. Forced out to his left. Going for Metcalf, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Watch 88. Watch 88.
Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half.
42-yard
Made
attempt.
his first. This now from 42 yards out. The kick by Bass is good. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And a loose football. But they will not be able to capitalize ties as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Raymond Calais out of the backfield. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Let's go. Check 52. Mike 59.
Here's Calais. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
35-yard line. Brings up third down.
Watson on third down. Steps away to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. They're going for it. It's Watson being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hey, alert! Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
On first down, it's Watson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for Buffalo. And even 40 yards.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Drop deep, drop deep.
Now a first down throw. Watson flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18.
Check, check. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, hey, watch the edge, watch the edge. Kill, kill, kill.
from the gun. Here's Watson, escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it'll be third down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Watch the twins. Out.
Operating from the gun. Watson dancing to his left. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's fourth down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll roll him out right. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Yellow. I go blue, lady. Set. Yellow. 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike.
Working from the gun, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
He was
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Yellow. I got you. Undercross. Get it. Let's go. Check out.
Again, it's Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chop that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Complete to Tyreek
Hill.
Touchdown,
32 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Alert! Alert! Check Mike 39. 24! Check, 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 check. 25! Check 25! Check 25!
Back to the air. Watson on second down. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Yellow!
On first down, it's Henry. Past the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Derrick Henry, 47 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bills 16.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
We'll see how they attack him here. Flushed out right. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Fresno! He's checking!
Now Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, check Mike 39! Check Mike 39! Get the boys down, he's coming! Check!
On first down, Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
28. Here we go. 54! Alert! Check safety!
Throwing again is Watson, eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. From the red zone now, Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Strip that ball.
To throw again, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play fake. Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And this will be caught at the 30.
I need to get my swag right there.
Way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Complete to
Tyreek Hill. 81 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken about 7 yards deep, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25 yards.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. They'll find his running back out of the backfield, Raymond Calais. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
44-yard line.
Watson on 1st down. That's complete to Davis. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Watson now on 1st down. Flushed out right. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
At the 18-yard line.
Check 24, check 24. Slam, slam, slam.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis there to make the grab. And the Bills cut into that lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple of fellows talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up second down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, it has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. A gain there of 21 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Dash, go now.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. 30, 20, 10, and he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run it again with Henry. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Whistles now on a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
There you go. Got him again. Got him again.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd down, Henry. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing the wrong football.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
Running from the gun with Henry. Down the numbers. There he goes.
All you got to do is look at that.
Good, Justin. I find game of open play.
Ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running the play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going
Who's
to
in
be
here?
what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're ready to find out the
Yeah.
game was really lost.
No way, it wasn't WWE, it was AEW.
Oh.
Escaping the pressure right.
My uncle liked it better than WWE.
GG's.